Hey y'all! So, obviously, by the title, we're going to be talking about my postpartum experience thus far. Obviously, postpartum can stretch for a very long time after the baby's born, and we are 6 weeks in. Obviously, my body will still be going through a lot of changes, even through the rest of the year. But I thought since everything is so like magnified right now, I think it would be good to talk about it and just kind of like let you guys know and some things that have helped me through the past like month and a week. So yeah, so if you're interested in hearing about my journey postpartum and things that have helped me, just keep watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe, please. Thank you. So I do just want to let all you moms know that feeling overwhelmed and emotional is very normal. Um, it's a huge change, like especially I think for first time moms because you don't know what to expect. But then also even second time moms because every baby is so different. So everybody's situation and experience is really different. So but I feel like the common thread of just mommyhood, especially the newborn stage, is just feeling really overwhelmed and adjusting to everything. And obviously, your hormones are still going crazy, so you're emotional. But that is all like normal. I mean, don't feel like you're going crazy when you're crying. And like literally crocodile tears and something like that would have never phased you that way before. Um, it's all normal and it will subside and like chill out significantly. For me, weeks 1 through 2 were the hardest as far as emotional and like tears. I cried over like a lot of stuff. I mean, not like a lot, but I mean, I cried several times, huge, like bawling, like could not stop crying. Um, and it was just a really weird experience. But I just kept reminding myself again, it's normal. Like my hormones are going crazy. I literally just popped a baby out. Like, what was I expecting? Of course, I'm going to be emotional. So, besides the tears, some of my symptoms have been hot flashes. Those were really bad weeks 1 through 2. Again, everything was pretty much hardcore weeks 1 through 2. Things have kind of chilled out since then, but I still have hot flashes every once in a while. Night sweats were really bad. I mean, like, bad, like, my shirt was just like wet, and I had to take a shower every morning, no matter what. No matter if I took a shower that night, didn't matter. I had to take a shower because I just felt so gross from the night sweats. And I've seen a bunch of moms have that symptom too. So that one is really bad. It still is off and on for me now at week 6, but it's nothing like it was. Really, week 4, it started chilling out significantly. So that was not fun. About probably week 4 until now, not to be TMI, but body odor has been kind of an issue. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's breastfeeding. I know obviously not hormone related, so I don't know if it's like breastfeeding hormones or what, but body odor is not fun at all. So I'm constantly putting deodorant on, constantly taking showers. Um, it's so that's not I do. I know that's like gross, but I just want to be honest with you guys. Um, so those are the main big things that I've personally experienced, other than like what we talked about before. But I also wanted to talk to you guys about postpartum depression. Um, I so far am not feeling any sort of depression yet, but I do want to just talk to you guys about some things that I feel like have helped me because I do have a history of depression. In college, I experienced severe depression, so much so that it pretty much like wrecked like everything. I let it really take over, and it was just very unhealthy. So I'm very self-aware when it comes to depression and feeling depressed and my emotions because of the things I've experienced in the past. So I've been very on high alert for any any extra like weird feelings or consistent feeling of being very overwhelmed and emotional and like, not connected to the baby, things like that. So I just want to talk to you guys about some things that I feel like have helped me. Again, I don't know for sure if these would work for anybody else, but I figured I'm sure some of you guys are probably just wanting any kind of help at this point because I know how tough it can be, and just even just mommyhood in general is so hard. Um, it's it's one of the toughest things I've ever done. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard taking care of a baby, and you're up all throughout the night. If you're breastfeeding like I am, your whole schedule, your whole day, your whole world revolves around breastfeeding. You're taking care of the baby. You're trying to take care of your body. It can just it's I mean, overwhelming is the only word I can think of to use because it really is. And obviously, right now, I'm kind of in the thick of things as far as newborn goes. So I've heard that obviously everything is a phase, everything just is very fluid. So things are going to change. It's not going to be what I'm experiencing right now, is going to be something totally different in 2 months. So this is just my experience, obviously, up until this point. But some things that I think have helped me kind of feel really good throughout the day um, have been my first tip, I guess, is kind of having a morning routine. So for us is usually he gets up about 9 o'clock for his like first true morning. If you do like a 5 to 6, depending on, you know, the night, feeding, and then we usually do like a 9 to 10 o'clock morning feeding. So the 9 to 10 feeding is the one that I will just get up and stay up after that. And what I do is I get up, I open the blinds to our bedroom, which he is co-sleeping with us right now in a DACA tot, and I will open the blinds up, let the sun start shining through, change him, I'll nurse him. I usually already have everything set up in my night table. My water is there from the night, and I've been pumping now this week to try to get my supply ready for when I go back to work. And then once I get done nursing him and changing him, he's really content. He will stay awake normally, and I don't try to make him go back and like take a nap right away. I want him to stay up a little bit throughout the day. So I will put him in his DACA tot, turn the TV on. I usually put some music on, and then I will jump in the shower. I don't wash my hair or anything. I just rinse off, wash my face, change my clothes, and I think that really helps me start my day off on a really good foot. Like I'm, really feeling refreshed from my shower. I'm not all sweaty and I don't have like milk all over me and spit up and all that. And then the sunlight, I feel like, is just like, yay, good morning. I don't know, it just feels really good to just open all the blinds up. And I even go throughout the rest of the house, like the living room, and open up all the blinds in the living room, and just make it really bright before we ever even actually like go into the living room for the day. And again, I feel like sunlight just does this really good thing for you. But again, in the showers, I feel like help to, brushing your teeth, kind of taking a second for yourself, and like that's just a necessity. A shower, it does wonders. And of course, it's quick. It's a very quick shower. It's not anything extravagant or luxurious like it was before you had a baby. Those showers are long gone, but it still just makes you feel really good. Another tip I have, and this came from me the other week, I was like week 3. I had my first day of feeling like I didn't get anything done at all. And I have been pretty productive each day. And that day I didn't do anything. I just held Kason all day, took care of him. And I started to feel guilty. And I was like, I'm sorry, wait a minute. Like it clicked in my head, I was like, that's not cool. Like, first of all, I'm not Superwoman. I can't do everything. I can do a lot of things, I just can't do everything. I'm a mom and a wife, but I'm also human. So there's gonna be days like that where you don't do anything. And why should we feel guilty for that? Like, we did do something. We kept a human alive, literally fed that human child all day and kept it alive. So, no, like, stop with the guilt. And then I was just like, no, why am I feeling that way? So I decided that from then on out, then that morning I would decide on one like chore I would do. And that would be the only thing that was like on my list of things I needed to do. So one load of laundry, done, dried, and put up. That's your chore for the day. And if you've completed that, that's all you feel like you have to do. If you do extra stuff and your baby's cooperating and you feel really good and you do more, that's great. That's like amazing. But you don't feel like you have to do it all. So a load of dishes the next day, his load of clothes, one day, whatever. Just one chore that I feel like makes you feel like, okay, I was productive today. I did the one thing that I said I was going to do today. I got it done. I said I was going to do it, I was going to vacuum the living room. Did it, done, we're good. And again, it makes you feel like you were productive, that you accomplished what you said you were going to accomplish, but you don't feel overwhelmed. Because at some point during the day, you'll be able to get one chore done. Again, it might not be anything extravagant. And if you can get more done, you feel even better, but there's not a sense of pressure on yourself like, man, I said I was going to do that and I didn't do it today. What happened to my day? No, you don't feel that way. So I think that's really helped me. It's kind of like a twofold, I feel like. My fourth tip, I guess, would be to get out of the house. Not every day, obviously, that's just not realistic, but once a week, like during your Monday through Friday, during your week, get out of the house. And this was just recently, Kason was going through a growth spurt, and he was so fussy, and he's been gassy, so, but he was just really fussy, and we were all week, and it got to Thursday, and I was so overwhelmed, you guys. I started crying when he was crying. I got very frustrated. I actually was thinking about calling my husband and having him come home from work, like if he could, obviously. Because I was just like really overwhelmed. And then about 2 o'clock, I was nursing him, and I thought, you know what? I think we're gonna get out of the house. I haven't been out of the house all week because he'd been fussy, and car rides he always sleeps really good in the car. So I thought I needed to go to the grocery store anyways. So let's just get in the car. And if we don't make it to the grocery store, that's fine. But we're in the car. Let's just get out. So I threw on some clothes real quick and put him in the car seat as soon as I got done nursing, and we got in the car, and I swear as soon as we got off our road, he was asleep. And I had my music going, and I had my sunroof open, not open all the way, but like the shade part where the sun was coming through. And I was singing and jamming out to my music, and he was asleep, and it felt amazing. And then we went into town. I went to I went to a grocery store that had a Starbucks in it because I'd been really wanting an iced coffee. And so I was like, I'm going to grab some groceries. I'm going to treat myself to a Starbucks, and we're going to get through this. He slept the entire time to the grocery store, the entire time all the way back home. And you guys, we live 30 minutes from the town that we live in has like 2 stores. Okay, and they're really expensive. Like the one grocery store that we have is really expensive. So I was like, nah. So we don't live close to town. When we go into town, it's like we go into town. So it's 30 minutes there and back, like one way. And he slept the entire time. And when we got home, he was asleep. I got to put the groceries up real quick, get some stuff done, put him in his rock and play. He slept some more. And I felt, I'm telling you, a million times better. Like, a million times better. And I talked about this on my Instagram stories. So if you don't follow me, I keep you guys pretty updated on there, like day by day. But I did talk about that on my Instagram that day. So And I got so many messages. Thank you guys so much for all the DMs and everything, because it really was like very heartwarming. Not only all the mamas who can relate, like we've all been there, we're all in this together, but all the ones who were like, thank you so much for reminding me that we are all in this together. Because when you're in your little bubble, it can feel like it can just be very consuming, and you forget to reach out to people and talk to people, and to know that we have all had those moments where we just have to like take a time out. You know, for me, getting out of the house for an hour, like literally was night and day difference, for both me and him. So I mean, it was helpful, but you know, it doesn't mean like getting out and going and running a bunch of errands. No, just get out, like go outside for a second, or you know, something like that. I feel like that is very helpful to keeping your morale up. And my other tip would be, do not feed into the guilt, which I talked about this earlier, but I feel like society puts so many pressures on women and just in general, and then you add mommyhood and wife to the, you know, the role of being a woman, and it's like it can be almost drowning at times. Like you just feel like, how am I going to get all this done? How am I going to accomplish everything? How am I going to get laundry done, dishes done, food on the table, baby situated, husband happy, you know, and still take care of myself, because I can't do any of that unless I take care of myself. And then you just start to feel guilty when you can't get all that done, because you can't. You're human. Like, you're human. You need help. And if that's talking to your spouse openly about the way you feel, I would highly suggest that. You know, even if it's in a text message during the day, just saying, babe, I feel so overwhelmed right now, like I can't do it, and just leaning on your spouse. Or if it's talking to your mom, or, you know, your dad, your best friend, anybody that you're really close to, that you know you can lean on, please reach out to them and just talk to them, and just, I promise you, they will remind you that you're doing awesome. You are doing awesome. Like, I keep seeing the people, like other moms commenting on my like mom Facebook groups, which I will also suggest going and adding yourself to a like mom kind of Facebook group. I will link some suggestions down below for some of those that I found have really been helpful. But I see so many comments on there saying like, you're doing so good, mama. And it's so true. Like, no matter what your situation is, no matter what your worries are, no matter what your baby is going through, because again, every baby is so different, you're doing good. You are killing it. So just don't forget that, and don't feed into the guilt that I feel like society places on us and that we take on so heavily. We can't do it all. We can do a lot because we're awesome and we're so freaking powerful. Like, we're superwomen, seriously. Like, I feel like I truly feel that way. Even when I don't feel that way, if that makes sense. I mean, we created a baby. Now we are taking care of that baby. What? You know, I mean, I know that's kind of crazy, and like, I'm like tearing up. Hormones. But it really, you know, I know that's kind of like cheesy in a sense to like keep reiterating that, but trust me, like, we're doing awesome. So, not feed into the guilt, because it's false. It's false guilt. It's, yeah. You're taking care of a human, and you're taking care of yourself, and that's all you need to be focused on right now. So, yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. I do plan to do a breastfeeding video, like our breastfeeding journey and things that have helped me with breastfeeding, like some products and stuff, and then also newborn essentials. I'm kind of excited about that one for some reason. So yeah, those two videos are coming up soon. If you have any questions, any recommendations or advice, or something you guys want me to talk about, any topics, please comment them down below. I would love to hear from you guys. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I will link that down below, but it's just Mrs. Texas Beauty. I post a lot on there. I've been doing a lot of Instagram stories during maternity leave. Obviously, those are probably going to fade out significantly once I go back to work, because I won't be around the baby all the time and I won't have, I guess free time, I guess. But I will do, keep you guys posted on everything, and I try to do a lot of fun stuff like giveaways and polls and stuff like that on my Instagram. So be sure to follow me there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye. Guys, I know I'm gonna cry, and um, ooh, it's just really, really hard.